And welcome to Ducks Know Sports. This week, we're talking divisional rounds in the NFL. Let's do this. Alright, our first match of the week is the New Orleans Saints going down to San Fran to take on the 49ers. And man, when you talk about the Saints, you gotta talk about their great explosive offense led by Drew Brees. And all his great weapons, from Pierre Thomas in the backfield running the ball, to Ingram in the backfield running the ball, to Jimmy Graham, a great tight end, and Colson, his great receiver he's had there for years. And this offense, man, they are scary, scary good. They get about like 25, 30 points just coming off the bus. That's how good this team is. And on the other side of the ball with New Orleans, you got a defense who isn't great, but you know what they do? They create turnovers and they make key stops at key times, which you need in the playoffs to advance. Now let's talk about the other team in this game. The San Francisco 49ers, led by Jim Harbaugh, who's had, man, for a first-year coach, he has turned that team right around and will be the coach of the year, mark my words. And Jim Harbaugh took some slack in the offseason for staying with Alex Smith. But man, did that pay off. Alex Smith, you can say what you want in the past, he's a bust, he's a bum, but this guy has come up with some big plays at big times and has played great. But let's just be honest, it's easy to play great when you have Frank Gore run the ball that Frank Gore can. Frank Gore has led this offense all year round. Alex Smith just hand the ball off, and then Alex Smith just making plays at the right time. But this team's identity has to be their defense, which has climbed the ladders to one of the best in the league this year. Led by Patrick Willis, probably the best middle linebacker right now in the NFL. You know, this guy can do it all. Get after the passer, go back in coverage, pick balls off, and it's just the straight leader of that defense. And he has a pretty good linebacker next to him in Bowman, who can do all the same things. These two guys, with them there, are going to be good for years to come. And this whole defense is good, from their defensive line, from Smith, the rookie, getting after the passer, to Willis, to Bowman. In the defensive backfield, you have Castoffs that played great this year. And Whitner, Castoff from Buffalo, playing great at the safety position. And then in the corner, you got Carl Rogers, played great. A lot of people with Washington thought he was done, his career was over, but not so fast. His career not over, not quite yet. But this game will come down to the New Orleans Saints' great offense versus the Niners' great defense. And they will collide. What should be an epic matchup. But I love a great defense. I'm a man of a defensive guy. I love a great defense. But I think Alex Smith and Frank Gore won't be able to keep up to Drew Brees. That's how good this team is just playing right now. Drew Brees is on a tear, and they'll slow down a bit because they're dome team going outside. But I think Drew Brees, New Orleans Saints, will get to Willis, will get to Rodgers, and everybody else in that defense, and will slow down the Niners. And I think the New Orleans Saints will keep on marching into NFC Championship weekend. Our next matchup is, this is going to be a good one. Tim Tebow and the Denver Broncos taking on Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Okay, let's start with Tim Tebow here. Like I said last week, this guy can't throw the best, and his arm delivery is weird. Who cares? You know what the guy does? He wins. Look at last week. In the first half, everything went well for the Denver Broncos. They're scoring touchdowns, they're getting field goals, they're getting turnovers. Everything's good. And in the second half, flipped. It was all Steelers, man. Big Ben doing the thing, get hot, finding Wallace, finding everybody, and they go to overtime, and you think, well, there's no way. There's no way that the Broncos come up with a win here. You know what they did? First play of overtime, Tim Tebow, boom! 80-yard touchdown pass. Man, this guy just out of his mind. He's just like, every time this guy's in the clutch, I'm starting to think this guy is going to win every time it's a close game. I'm taking Tebow because he's been that good. He's going to win a Super Bowl one day. That's what it's come down to. Tim Tebow's going to win a Super Bowl one day. But it's not all Tebow. It's that you got Willie run the ball, and with and that defense, which doesn't get enough credit, but that is a good defense led by Von Miller, who's a very good rookie and will be a very good player in this league for years to come. But on the other side, you got Tom Brady and his great offense led by Gronk, his great tight end. These guys have been hooking up all year round, and man, there might be nothing stop. The only thing stopping the New England Patriots, it's not going to be the offense. Tom Brady is going to put up his points, but the thing that will stop this Patriots team will be their defense. They have some good players, like Andre Carter's a good player. McCourty, I like McCourty. I like Mayweather back in the secondary. But this defense, like, they were ranked 32nd in the league for a reason. This defense isn't that good. And I went off last week with the Giants defense, and they proved me wrong. So maybe the Patriots will prove me wrong when I go with my rant here. They are not good. Every week, a quarterback can put up Pro Bowl numbers against this defense because they suck. I mean, you can run the ball on this team. You can throw it on this team. I mean, they got to get off the passer this week, man. They got to be able to shut down Tim Tebow. Because they can't shut down Tim Tebow, man, they're going home early. But, that being said, I love my man, Tom Brady, who is consistency. This guy, we talk about Tim Tebow being a winner. Well, guess what? Tom Brady's a winner. 3 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs, and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. This guy might go down history as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play this game. And I think that's going to be the difference here. I think experience means so much to me in the playoffs. I think Tom Brady's experience, Bill Belichick's experience, beats out Tim Tebow's experience and John Fox's experience. It's been a nice run for the Broncos, but it ends in Foxborough. I like the New England Patriots. Our next matchup is the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Houston Texans. Hey, say what you want about Houston. They've gone the year. We all question their mental toughness. Well, they might have the best mental toughness in the league now. I mean, after all the people they've lost, they keep on winning. Last week, a rookie quarterback wasn't even fazed by the playoffs. He made it look easy. Finding Andre Johnson, handing it off to Foster. That defense helped them out by, getting a few pick sixes. I mean, everything was rolling last week for the Houston Texans. It was looking easy, and that building last week. Hey, Houston, I'll get up to your fans, Houston. You came there to support your team. That's what I like to see. And this team, they played well last week, but they're going up against a veteran Baltimore Ravens team who, in my opinion, okay, Baltimore, this is your year now. The team you can't beat, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're gone. They're out. Tim Tebow did you a favor last week. They're out of the playoffs. You got the Patriots still, and let's face it, you've proven you can beat them. So the ball is in your court right now. Stop all the talk and start to show that you are the best team in the AFC. Go to the playoffs, go to the Super Bowl, and show us that you can win a Super Bowl. And obviously, you think Baltimore, you think Ray Lewis, who has gone on record this year saying that this is it. This could be his last run at the Super Bowl. If they win a Super Bowl, he's done. He's going to retire, which I think is going to be sad because I love watching Ray Lewis. And Ed Reed, great safety back there, probably the best safety. Best safety in the NFL. If you even think about throwing at Ed Reed's range, he is going to pick it off. That's how good this guy is. He's like a receiver back there. It's like having Andre Johnson back there. Every time it's in his direction, he's picking off, and you know what? He might just take it to the house. And on the other side of the ball, you had Joe Flacco, quarterback, this week basically saying that he didn't feel he was getting enough respect. in the league. How, like, everybody just thinks, oh, yeah, they've won the playoffs, but it's just because of this defense or because of Ray Rice. Hey, Joe, you want us to prove us all wrong? All your does want you to do? You win this game. You win next week. Then on February 5th, you win the Super Bowl. That's how you prove doubters wrong. And I think he gets it done this week, as Joe Flacco is going to be doing a lot of this and a lot of that, as he'll be handing it off to Ray Rice, and Ray Rice will run it down the Houston Texans defense's throat. And I think the Baltimore Ravens, experience, like I said with the Patriots, experience pays off here, and the Baltimore Ravens beat down the Houston Texans by 3 touchdowns. That's what I said. 3 touchdowns. One more time. 1, 2, 3 touchdowns. Baltimore Ravens win big. And our last matchup of the week, probably the most juiciest one at that, as the New York Giants travel to the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, take on the Green Bay Packers. Now, let me say something right here. Last week, I called you out, Giants defense. Man, was I wrong. You guys are still one of the best defenses in the league right now. With you have Tuck coming off the edge. The other side, you have Pierre Thomas coming off the edge. You know, you have Roll back in the secondary picking balls off. I mean, this defense is playing really well right now. And on the other side of the ball, you have Eli Manning, probably his best year, just a shade under 5,000 yards in a year during the regular season. And you have those 2 explosive receivers in Cruz, who I really like, but a guy I really like more is Hicks. This guy's been a beast all year round. And hey, in the backfield, the Giants, they won that Super Bowl in 2007 by running the ball, and Brandon Jacobs is playing amazing right now. Where was this all year? Brandon Jacobs last week was like the old Brandon Jacobs. Good to see. But the other team they're playing, the Green Bay Packers, pretty good. As they lost 1 game this year, Aaron Rodgers for the last, since last December of 2010 is playing insane. Probably the best quarterback right now in the National Football League. And he's got some weapons. To Jennings, who's coming back this week. To Jody Nelson, who doesn't get enough credit, but this guy is one hell of a player. And Finley. Hey, I'm not Finley tight end. I'm not his biggest fan in the world, but this guy can create matchup problems, but just has to learn to catch the ball a little better. And I think, and with this defense, people rag on this defense, but hey, if you have Clay Matthews Jr. and Woodson on the same team, you are a good defense. I don't care where they're ranked. I don't care. Aaron Rodgers can carry a team to a Super Bowl. Defense will come up with enough stops at the right time to get the Green Bay Packers another Super Bowl. And I think they win this week, as I think this game will be close, but I think Aaron Rodgers and all his weapons are going to be a little too much for Eli Manning and the New York Giants. So to recap, I like the Saints. I like the Patriots. I like the Ravens, and I like the Green Bay Packers. See you next week on Ducks No Sports. Remember to check out my blogs on blogspot.com under Ducks No Sports. See you next week for Championship Weekend. Bring it!